Good evening, you two.
Good evening, Deirdre. How are you?
I'm really good. So we thought we'd come on and do a wee conversation between us lecturers in Belfast and Dublin about the course. Many of you have been on the website probably now at this stage, or some of you might even had conversations with us or seen some of our other videos that we've had up and about on social media. And so everybody's probably well enough informed at this stage about what the course is, the structure and all of those different things, and all those questions have been answered. But we wanted to come on and have a wee conversation about, we've all done the course previously, many moons ago, but about our first day on the course, some of our sort of apprehensions and some of our concerns, and what our actual experience was like then, because I suppose hypnotherapy in itself, most people come to it fresh, and not knowing what to expect. And so it's really nice to have a conversation just to give you an idea of what our experiences were, so that you would know what to expect should you choose to decide to come on to the course in either Belfast or Dublin. So, fess up, guys. What was your experience?
Maybe I better introduce yourselves first, are we?
That's a
For
good
our
idea.
news.
We thought it'd be
Yeah.
a really good
Because
start.
I want people to don't want people to think I'm called Deirdre or something, but
Well, that's true. Well, myself and Claire have our names at the bottom of the screen. You're
I
just up
don't.
as user,
I'm the
Andrew.
mischief. Yes, I'm the
Andrew just likes to keep everyone guessing.
I'm everybody. I'm Andrew Jamison. I'm one of the senior lecturers at CPHT Belfast. So just so you all know.
And
And,
I am Claire Doyle. I am assistant lecturer at CPHT Belfast.
and I'm Deirdre Murray, and I'm senior lecturer as well at CPHT Belfast and upcoming at Dublin as well. So,
So
yeah.
did you like hold back for ages before you signed up for the course, or how did you were you organised about it? Because I was last minute, night before the deadline. I was still thinking about it and deliberating over it.
You'll
Then
probably tell
hit
a
the
lot
send button.
about us by what way we approached it. So mine's was really spontaneous the way I came across the course. So it was actually quite near the deadline. I was 2 weeks out from when the course was going to start, whenever I actually came up with the idea and got in contact with Nicola, it was at the time. So yeah, mine's was very kind of spontaneous and lastminute.com. What about you, Claire?
I was actually quite organised. I had signed up well in
I'm
advance.
surprised, Claire. I'm
Are
surprised.
you
You're surprising me
surprised
here.
that I was
Yeah,
really organised? Yeah,
very
I'm
much
glad
so.
you're really shocked about that, Andrew. But yes, I was. So I signed up well in advance. Bet you were last minute, Andrew.
I read no, but I wasn't last minute. I wouldn't. That's stretching it a bit, Claire. I think I was meticulous and organized. I spent ages. I no, honestly, don't you're laughing at me. I spent ages reading up about all the courses that were about, and done my homework and was on the internet looking around, and then came across CPHC. Never had heard of them before, and done all my reading and found out obviously they were the gold standard, still are. So
Yeah.
I'd done all my reading, but just I hadn't actually just hit the send button to the night
Mm.
before, but it did take a lot of time to research it, as I'm sure people watching this, hopefully they've done their homework because I think it's important for
And,
the
and it
course,
is
isn't it?
important, isn't it? It is
Yeah.
important to research the courses because you want to be sure before you sign up for something that it is the right one for you.
I was at
Yes.
Trustpilot, I think it was the one I was looking at, all the Trustpilot reviews, and just saw there was so many of them
Guys, I
at the
have to
time.
confess, I didn't research any of the
Did you
courses
not?
at all. No. In the way that I came across the course, the husband had made the suggestion about hypnotherapy, and I had immediately like a moment of, yeah, that's what I want to do. Complete recognition, and just happened to be the Clifton practice that I contacted first. And it was only after that I realized just how different our course was compared to some of the other courses that were out there. So I was just really lucky.
But you were lucky, like with such a
hmm
wonderful course.
Really, really lucky. Just landed on my feet that way. But yeah, so I'm sure some of the students that have come to us over the years too probably had a similar experience.
Well,
The mixture.
some people do look at the reviews, don't they? And other people just
Mm,
go for what feels best for them. But with me,
yeah.
I did do the homework, but it was very much last minute signing up,
Mm.
which people still rib me about to this day. But sure,
And do
that's
you
what
remember
happens.
your first day, Andrew, walking into the
Yes,
course?
terrified going in, not knowing what to expect. Although I suppose you didn't have any previous experience of hypnotherapy. You hadn't read. I'd always had an interest and always had read, which maybe was a bad thing. I had a lot of ideas of what the course might be, given my past reading, which I think we'd rather somebody had a blank canvas and we're coming in with no previous experience. But Yes, I can remember the first day going in and sitting down with all these people that I didn't know, and I was nervous about it. Claire, what were you
Yeah,
nervous, Claire, or were you?
I was very apprehensive on the first day. I remember arriving and meeting all the other students, and once the first day was over, I realized just how wonderful this course was going to be. And I couldn't wait to go back the next day. And as each month went on, the course just got better and better. And you really, really do look forward to each month. And I think until you've done the course, you can't fully appreciate that. But it is just absolutely life changing. And every weekend that you spend on that course is just so enjoyable.
It's so
It,
true.
isn't it? Because
And you really miss it actually. When you graduate, you really miss the monthly those weekends. You do miss them.
Hence coming back as a lecturer a number of years later to
Well,
do
of
the whole thing
course.
again.
That's it.
but even as a lecturer, we miss the students.
Mm,
You
it's so
miss the
true.
weekends. You
Do,
miss,
yeah.
but you're right, Claire, because I know from the first weekend, and you go in and you learn about the neuroscience and the brain explanation, and it makes a lot of sense because I know I had really bad anxiety when I was younger, and in a way overthink things, and still had elements of anxiety in my everyday life. But that first weekend changed everything for me. I remember going home and just not being stressed with the kids, just looking at things in a different way, and it was life changing. And I'm not just
It
saying
really
that
is. You can't
completely.
even describe how life changing. I think until you go on the course, it really does. It changes your own life as well as those of the people around you, and of course all the clients that you work with.
It's
And
massive.
isn't it? And the lectures were so lovely.
Yeah.
And maybe it's went down a hill a wee bit since then. Obviously the lectures aren't quite
Yeah,
as
the
nice as the ones
quality
we.
is kind
Oh,
of,
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe not. Yeah,
big boots to fill.
big boots to fill, but
They
the
sure were.
friendships you have for life. That's so
Yes.
true. I'm still in
Yeah,
contact with people that I train with, and they're just lovely people, like-minded people, aren't they?
Yeah,
that's it. That
very
is
much
it.
so.
And
I remember
yeah.
before going in kind of thinking, actually moments before I went in, I didn't give it much thought previously to heading up there to the old premises in the Beersbridge Road. But literally as I was sort of getting ready to walk in the door and kind of thinking, God, actually what kind of people are going to be here? Like what kind of backgrounds are all these people going to come from? And what's the course going to be like? Is it going to be very kind of like woo-woo, or is it going to be like I had
You've
absolutely
absolutely
no
no
idea.
idea what you're
No,
going into on that
No
first day.
idea. Is it going to be a really well put together course, or is it going to be something where I'm going to be disappointed? So all these things are kind of popping up in your head as you're walking through the door. And then I mean, I couldn't even have foreseen how
It
it
just
would be.
exceeded my expectations, I have to say.
That
It really
first
did.
day, that first weekend just really set you up for, oh my gosh, I can't wait to come back next month. Just as you say, just to learn more and all of these wee light bulb moments. And just, I suppose, complete recognition that, yep, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. And all sorts of people from all sorts of different backgrounds. I mean, I could never have kind of predicted all the different people from any kind of background that were there in the course. So that's the one big thing, isn't it, for anybody that's considering coming on to the course, is don't rule yourself out before you even make the phone call or send the email. Contact us and we'll tell you if you're a fit for the course and if the course is going to be a fit for you. But don't rule yourself out before you even get to the starting point.
yeah,
That's
because
it, because sometimes people think, am I suitable for this course? Is this the right course for me? As you say, Deirdre, don't ever rule it out.
yeah, because there's no expectation you're going to be sitting at a certain level, or you've read books, or you've done this, or you've done that. You come along, and we want the blank canvas. We want people to learn together. That's what makes it fun. And I think the biggest thing about the course, the first course weekend, was the fun, was the element, the laughing, the just the camaraderie that you have, and everybody got on so well. It was a
Yeah.
really, really good learning environment, and we like to think at CPHT Belfast we make it a bit more lighthearted, and there's a bit of fun, and we pride
Yes,
ourselves on that, don't
definitely
we?
fun. The weekends are
Do
full of fun.
It's
education
always
like you've never known it before. It's great.
it's a good way of putting it,
It gave me a
but
thirst back for learning again. I
yes, it
always remember
does.
saying after my degree, I'll never go back to study again. I'll never. And this was just something that actually gave me a thirst to
Yeah,
keep learning, to keep,
that's
doing learning about reading books, podcasts, everything. It just really gave me my thirst back again, for
It's
education.
it starts like a momentum, doesn't it? The
Hmm.
course, it starts you just starting to think about stuff, and you do get a thirst, and it is like it just continues and it rolls and it gets bigger and bigger.
And we're
It's
still now even wanting to learn more. You know, you're never done learning, really, are you? After you graduate, you're still wanting to know more.
Yeah, yeah, it's so true.
it's so
Brilliant.
true. So
Thanks, guys. Thanks for
yes,
your
see you in the next one.
experiences. We hope you
Yes.
found that helpful. We'll do a few more wee videos like this, just with us having wee conversations. And yeah, hopefully you'll find it helpful.
And if you want any information on the course, just get in touch with any one of us.
More information on the website. Bye now.
Bye.